Good afternoon, everybody. Well, it was a pretty eventful weekend for the two MSG teams. Some good, some bad. First of all, I'll start with the Knicks. They were off for a few days. They were supposed to play the Spurs on Saturday, but because of a COVID protocol, that game had to be postponed. But they were able to play last night against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and what seemed like a done deal, they were up by 16 points going into the fourth quarter. They nearly gave that game away, and they got lucky to pull that one out. But I'm sure Thibodeau is going to be giving his team a good talking to, because that was inexcusable. You have a 16-point lead going into the fourth quarter. It shouldn't have been that close. I mean, they were lucky to win that game. Randall had himself another double-double. R.J. Barrett made a couple nice plays down the stretch and continues to show flashes of greatness. It was a quiet game for Emmanuel quickly, but the bottom line is they were lucky to win this game. I mean, they did everything they could in the fourth quarter to give it to Minnesota, and they were lucky to pull that one out at the end. It's a learning experience, and it's good that they ended up coming up with the win. Again, a win is a win. You take it, and obviously you feel good about it because you say, well, it's a learning experience, and it was a game we never should have gotten as close as it did. But here we are. The game got close, and they ended up pulling it out at the end, made the free throws they needed to make. Julius Randle had a key rebound after Rubio missed his second free throw. They did enough down the stretch to eke it out. So young team, learning experience, but glad they got the win. As far as the Rangers are concerned, they look like they were turning the corner. They had a great game against the Flyers on Thursday. They played a great game against the Capitals on Saturday, and here I am thinking, okay, cool. They're showing some things. They played a complete game against Saturday, and what drove me crazy about this team is they have it in them, and they've been losing games on stupid plays here and there, and they were melting down at inopportune times, but they pulled themselves together and almost gave the game away against the Capitals on Thursday, not the Capitals, the Flyers on Thursday, and were able to pull it out on a nice shootout win thanks to Panarin and Kakko. Well, news came out Saturday that Kakko's on the COVID protocol, and Jacob Trouba's out 4 to 6 weeks, but they had Keandre Miller back in the lineup, who's been awesome, and that's been a find. Shesterkin played a decent game, and they were able to will themselves to a win. Strome and Lafreniere found the net finally, and Zibanejad had an empty netter. Hopefully that's the start that gets the monkey off his back. But we were without Kakko, but yet the team will their way to a victory, and they played a very good game against the Capitals. But then news came out today about the Artemi Panarin situation. I'm not going to get into the politics. That's not what I'm about. It's very unfortunate. He's our best player. It's a very tough loss going forward. If we were going to get back into the thick of things with playoffs, he's our spark plug. He's our best player. Not even close. Artemi Panarin, he's one of the best left wingers in the league. This is a big loss. When I read about this morning, I was shocked, and I was it was upsetting to read as a fan. That me being the big diehard Ranger fan I am, to see our best player be out for a while. But again, it's a sensitive situation, and I'm not going to get into it. Hopefully, he's okay. Hopefully it's just short term and we get him back, but because we need him. So it just, after the good positive development of yes, even though Kakko's out, Trouba was out, we got Panarin back for the last few games, and it's shown the difference he does make about giving us a chance. And then we lose him to an unfortunate circumstances, and just hope that he's okay and the organization supports him. So hopefully, like I said, this won't be a forever thing with Panarin. Hopefully we get him back at some point. We need him. We got a tough game against the Flyers, tough games against the Bruins again. And if we don't have our best player, which it doesn't look like we're going to have our best player, it's going to be very tough. I don't know how we're going to survive this, but only time will tell. So again, it's the Rangers had themselves a nice couple of wins, but unfortunately with Kakko being out, with Trouba being out, and now the Panarin situation, which again we hope is only short term and that gets fixed and gets resolved. We're shorthanded against a pivotal point in the season. We'll have to wait and see how this develops. But anyways, I'll leave my thoughts at that, and hope everyone had a good weekend. Stay safe. Happy Monday.